My name is Lillian Carter. I'm 70 years old now, and you know, I used to believe that no matter how hard life gets, family would always be the one place that never breaks. I grew up in a small town in Alabama, a quiet place where everybody knew each other. I married my husband Samuel when I was just 19 years old. Lord, we were just kids back then. We didn't have much money, but we built a simple life together. Our little wooden house wasn't fancy, not at all, but it was filled with laughter, Sunday dinners, and the sound of our 2 children running across the floor. For many years, I truly believed that was enough to keep a family together forever. But life has a way of teaching you things. Samuel passed away 5 years ago. Heart trouble took him one cold November morning, and the day he died, the house felt different. The room suddenly seemed bigger and much, much quieter. For the first few months, my son Marcus and my daughter Renee called often. They told me not to worry. "Mama, we're always here for you." And like every mother, I believed them. But time changes people. The phone calls slowly became shorter. Then they became once a month. And eventually, the phone stopped ringing at all. Weeks turned into months, and sometimes the only voice I heard all day was my own. One afternoon, Marcus came to visit. He walked slowly around the house, looking at the walls, the yard, and the old porch his father built with his own hands. Then he sat down at the kitchen table and said something I never thought I would hear from my own child. "Mama, this house is too big for you. You should sell it." I looked at him and told him something very simple. This house is more than wood and bricks. It holds his father's memory. It holds the little marks on the door frame where I measured him and his sister growing taller every year. And I told him I wasn't ready to leave the only home I had ever known. He didn't argue that day. He just nodded and quietly walked out the door. A few weeks later, I received a letter from the county office, and when I saw Marcus's name on those documents, my hands started shaking. I called him immediately, thinking there must be some mistake, but there wasn't. He told me he was only trying to handle things for the future. That night I sat alone on the porch, the same porch where Samuel and I used to watch the sunset together every evening. And for the first time in my life, I realized something very painful. Sometimes the deepest heartbreak doesn't come from strangers. Sometimes it comes from the very people you once carried in your arms. Marcus still calls occasionally now. His voice sounds polite, distant, almost like he's speaking to someone he barely knows. And I answer every time. Because that's what mothers do. But when I hang up the phone and look around this old house, I can't help wondering, when the little boy who once needed me slowly turned into a man who no longer did.